There's a couple things to note before we start. First, I'm going to play it with a capo on the 2nd fret. I think that's how it was originally done, but Ed has evolved in how he plays it, where he actually does power chords in different places. I've seen some open tunings, so there's a few different tutorials out there. This one is going to do standard tuning with a capo on the 2nd fret, but play it however you like. With that, here's the structure. The trickiest part of the song is the intro that has that picked out melody, which is quite lovely. Now there are 2 ways to do it, an easy way and a more challenging way. Here's the easy way, where I just stay on the D, and you can play that chord repeated. People will recognize it, so if you're alone in a bar or a gig, that's fine. Or you can have a bass guitarist or someone else walk down from the D to the B to the A to the G, which is the progression underneath. Here's that picked part. Loving can hurt. And then you're right into the verse. Here it is again, a little slower. Here's the version that walks down. Loving can hurt. And you're right in the verse. I'm going to play one more time, slower. Loving can hurt. It can also hurt keeping your finger in this position the whole time, because you'll notice it kind of rotates around that D shape right here, and you're keeping that ring finger right on that string. It's tricky, play it slowly, but you'll get there. The only other time that riff comes back is after the first chorus and right before the 2nd verse, and it only does a partial version of that on the D. Loving can heal. And you're right in the 2nd verse. Now let's get into the chord progressions. There's a verse part, a pre-chorus part, and a chorus part. And in the bridge, he actually takes the pre-chorus and kind of lengthens the pace of the chord transitions. So we'll get to that in just a minute. A quick note on the strumming pattern. There are a lot of palm mutes, but the accents are what really make it interesting. And he's accenting on the 1, the and of 2, and the 4. Just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1. And just repeat that pattern over and over. Now he does switch it up at certain points later in the song. I would just keep it simple and stick with that. People recognize it, and it's hard enough to sing and play to that syncopated pattern. Just like it's hard enough to talk and sing about syncopation. All right, we're moving on now. Here's the verse with vocals. Loving can hurt. Loving can hurt sometimes, but it's the only thing I know. When it gets hard. It's tricky to play and sing that. Slow it down. Work it out on your own. I'm just going to focus on the chords and the structure for the rest of the song. Here's the pre-chorus. You'll notice that he switches up the chord progression, but he also quickens the pace. So in the verse, he was changing chords every 4 beats, but here he changes every 2 beats. Here's the pattern leading into the chorus. and you're right into the chorus, just like that. Here's the chorus. He changes up the chord pattern yet again, and he also changes it from 2 beats in the pre-chorus to changing chords every 4 beats in the chorus, just like this. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me close until our eyes meet. We may never be alone. Wait for me to come home. Loving can heal. And you're right into the verse. You'll notice it goes back into that intro riff that we covered earlier. That's it. That covers the 4 progressions in the song. The intro riff, the verse riff, the pre-chorus, and the chorus riff. All right, the last and final part is pretty easy. It's in the bridge where he keeps repeating the wait for me to come home part. He takes the pre-chorus chord progression, B minor, G, D to A, and he lengthens it from 2 beats to 4 beats on each chord, just like this. And then you're right into that last chorus that goes into the outro part. And in the outro, the only difference is it just plays it a little quieter in a palm mute. So you can follow this structure if you want, the way he plays it in the official version, but I think it's kind of cool just to play around with it, play around with the audience, change it up, and kind of make it your own. That pretty much covers the song. The only other thing you might think about is, I don't know, some baby pictures or something like that, because the official video is awesome. It really shares the story of how he came from being a kid, falling in love with music, with home videos and all that. It's really quite inspirational. So enjoy the song, share it with everyone you love, and rock on. I'm not really a fingerstyer. Okay, sorry.